I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the Eagle Creek Packet Reveal eTools Organizer Pro, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So the external materials are made from a recycled 300D polyester, and then inside it uses a poly mesh, which I'll get to in a second. And then on the zippers are fairly minimal, like somewhat small. They're decently comfortable. I will say like the zipper pulls are like a simple nylon and they're kind of thin, but I mean, they slide really easily. They work pretty well. And then let's see, on the front, you can kind of see the Eagle Creek Packet logo. So it's fairly minimal branding, and I would argue that this comes in 3 colorways. This is their, what is it called? Gray version. It also comes in an all black and then a slightly more fun, casual green with a couple different graphics on it. But I'd argue this one is pretty nice. It is definitely a little bit more, it walks the line between professional and casual, I would say. And then on the back, there is a pretty simple nylon-ish, it's like a cloth actually, grab handle, which works well just to kind of maneuver and like hold on to it. And then behind that, you can see these like 2 little attachment points, which you can use to hook stuff on, or it's compatible with with Eagle Creek's toggle system, basically, where you can kind of like hook this into some of their bags. Aside from the cloth-like grab handle, it basically is kind of just like a clutch. It's a little large, I will say, but it does it's still pretty nicely contained. It's typically like a little bit flatter, but with the gear that I have in here, it's kind of like sticking out a little bit. So it's nice in that it's compact. Let's see. And then, like I mentioned, this is where you can like use their toggle system, and you kind of just slip the toggles into here, and it just keeps everything nice and contained in the bags that have that integration built in, basically. One of the nice aspects of this organizer is just how easy and comprehensive of an overview it gives you. And so it opens like a book, basically. And so this was super ideal, especially when traveling. I would take this to like a coffee shop or in a library or something like that. It just lets you kind of keep everything nice and contained while also very portable and very well organized. And so throwing this on like on a table and just having everything that I need in one spot was very convenient. So I guess starting right here, there are 2 loops which can be used for a stylus or a pen. And so they fits nicely there. And I think the fact that there are 2 kind of just ensures that it stays without sliding through, basically. Or if you have like 2 smaller ones, you can use these independently. And then on this side, starting off with this sleeve right here, this is designed to fit a tablet or an e-reader. I have a 11-inch iPad Pro, and it fits, but it is pretty snug. Like, I don't know if it would necessarily be very well protected just because of like the corners, as you can kind of see here. So definitely something a little bit smaller would be a little bit more comfortable in this compartment or this sleeve. But the sleeve itself is super soft. It has like a nice amount of padding to it for protection. And then it's made with like a plush-like material, which feels incredibly soft. And you can secure it with this toggle, basically, that kind of just keeps it closed. And it keeps smaller devices inside. And then here in front of that, there's a lot of organization. So there are 2 slip pockets, basically. or 2 rows of slip pockets, I'm sorry. One that is basically just like the same polyester mesh as the rest of the pack, and then in front of that is basically identical situation except with stretchy mesh. And so inside I just have a pair of AirPods, USB-C cable, field notes journal, and passports also fit in here pretty easily, and a hard drive. And so as you can see, like a nice amount of organization that kind of stays out of the way if you don't need it. And then on the other side are 2 zippered compartments with mesh so that you can kind of see inside. It's not the most easily visible, but it still provides like a little bit of visibility. So let's see. They're both zippered, which kind of just keeps everything secure. And so I have a power bank, and inside one of them is a built-in key leash to the side, just to keep keys nice and organized. And so it takes up literally like half of this side, and then the other half is just identical to so I just have lip balm, hand sanitizer, a little compass. And so like, as you can see, basically just the same. And so this was like a nice amount of flexibility in terms of like what kind of organization you may need. And I found it really convenient to be able to scale up and down depending on like if I need all of this or if I don't need as much of it. And it still provides like a nice amount of protection for everything while keeping nice, organized, and still like in a compact form factor. So there you have it, the Eagle Creek Packet Reveal eTools Organizer Pro. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.